All right, you guys, standard 12, still on learning target 2. We're going to go off of what that guy taught us from measuring all the things that he measured. What you guys know is that pi, which actually has this symbol here, it's like two lines and a guy. Well, that wasn't very good, but you get the idea. He found this number. That guy found that number by taking the circumference of a circle, the measure around it, and dividing it by the diameter of a circle. And every time he did that, no matter what size the circle was, a quarter, a dime, a pizza, a pie, a frisbee, he always got approximately 3.14. Oops, 14. Now, pi is much longer than that. In fact, it's never ending. These decimals go on forever, but for our use, we are going to round it to 3.14. This ended up being really useful. Since pi is a constant, it never changes, we can use this information to calculate circumference of a circle without measuring, if you only know the diameter of the circle. Or you can find the diameter of a circle without measuring if you only know the circumference, of a circle. Let's see how this works. Calculate the circumference of each circle. Okay, all I know is that the diameter is 13 yards. I also know that pi is equal to the circumference over the diameter. Two of those pi isn't a variable, it's a constant. But two of these things we can replace with numbers. I can replace pi with 3.14. I don't know the measure around the circle, but I know the diameter is 13. So I can find the circumference of the circle. And how I do that is I undivide the 13. How you undivide something is you multiply, cancels that, and I'm going to do 13 times 3.14, and I get the measure around this circle is approximately 40.82 or 40.8. The circumference is about 40.8. Okay. This next one, I know, again, what I know is that pi 3.14 is equal to the circumference over the diameter. Unfortunately, this time I don't have the diameter. However, I have a radius, and I know that if I keep going with this radius, which is 3 feet, now I have the diameter. The diameter is 3 plus 3, which is 6. So I know that 3.14 pi is equal to the circumference over 6. So to find the measure around, I'm going to undivide 6. And 6 times 3.14 is approximately 18.84. So about 18.8. I should say feet. And on the first one, I should say yards. All right. Now I want you guys to try the next 3. And when you're done, I think we can just keep listening to this video because I think we have enough time. Calculate the diameter and radius of each circle. All right. Here's what I know. I know that the circumference, the measure around, is 9 meters. I also know this here. I can substitute in two values. I know that pi is 3.14. I know that circumference is 9 and that diameter, I don't know diameter. Now this is going to be a little bit different because you do need to undivide the diameter. So this takes a couple extra seconds. To undivide diameter, you need to multiply by the diameter. What happens there is you get diameter times 3.14 equals 9. Now you need to unmultiply the 3.14. So I'm going to divide by 3.14 and divide by 3.14. And I get that the diameter is approximately 2.9. Now, if the diameter is approximately 2.9, that means that if the center is right here, the diameter is 2.9. So then what's the radius going to be? Well, the radius is going to be half of that, isn't it? It's just going to be half of it. So if I take 2.9 and divide it by 2, I will get approximately 1.45. Those are the answers to the questions. All right, one more time. I know that the circumference is 5.7. Pi equals circumference divided by diameter. 3.14 equals, I know the circumference, I don't know the diameter. I'm going to go ahead and undivide the diameter. So I'm going to multiply it. That's what undividing means. And I get diameter times 3.14 equals 5.7. Now I need to unmultiply the 3.14. So that means you divide by 3.14. So I'm going to go to my calculator. 5.7 divide 3.14 is approximately 1.8. So that means the diameter, the measure all the way across that whole thing is 1.8 millimeters. So then what's the radius going to be? Well, the radius is going to be half that. It's just half of it. 1.8 divided by 2 is approximately 0.9. All right. From that, I want you guys to try the next 4 and then check with your teacher and move on from there.